Konosuba fans rejoice! There's a new visual novel PC game releasing February 8th on Steam. Thanks to P-Cube, I was lucky enough to get an early review copy of the game, and ever since I've been having a great time running through it and completing my first playthrough. Before we get into the story and the gameplay, I have to put it out there up front that this game is first and foremost a game for Konosuba fans. There's callbacks to prior events and nearly no explanation of who characters are or their background, so I'd suggest at least laughing your way through the excellent Season 1 before picking up this game to maximize your enjoyment. Just so you know, if you watched enough, you should know the following characters. The main 3 party members, Yunyun, Wiz, Chris, Senna, and Chomosuke. For those of you familiar with the basics of the characters, the game is an absolute ride. Chapter 1 begins with our party finding a mysterious ancient tablet while outside of town, and soon find out it not only creates new clothing items, but also curses one of the users at a time, flipping their strongest desires opposite. The first character to receive the curse is the famous buxom Darkness, who we know has a passion for being degraded and embarrassed. During her curse, though, she's the one doling out punishments to her companions. In order to break the curse, the cursed one's desires need to be met fully, both physically and mentally. Once complete, they return to normal, often at really hilarious times, as you'd expect from this series. To make matters worse, the team is accused of stealing the tablet from a noble, but are given the opportunity to make a set of clothes as an alternative to a death sentence. This is where the time management part comes in, as you're given a limited number of days to collect the right ingredients and create the requested clothing. Every 3 days, you're able to assign characters to jobs for every day, or to send the entire party on a quest for up to 3 days. Don't be an idiot like me who spent the first whole chapter only doing jobs, as you really need to do both quests and jobs to get all the desired ingredients, because after chapter 1 it is literally impossible to pass chapter 2 without quests. After the 3 days of work, you're given an opportunity to create clothing if you have the ingredients, and to make purchases at Wiz's shop if you're short a few items and in excess of money. Some clothing options also have special items you can get for high prices that unlock extended scenes with the clothing. Every cycle has 2 main required outfits. One to complete the chapter, and one that's used for curing the cursed party member. The game forces you to cure your party member before doing the main quest, so keep that in mind while balancing out what ingredients you're after. I'm explicitly not able to show you any of the special outfits, but I feel the need to tell you that they are all basically dream outfits that the cultured of you will understand. Not specifically stating these are in the game or not, but let your imagination run wild, picturing scenarios with both the main party members and some side characters of the series wearing classic outfits that bear skin or place them in desired fantasy positions like shy girls, tough girls, cheerleaders, maids, and all the other tropes. Like I said, you can probably picture a lot of ideas, and there's a lot to see here. 36 of them to be exact, each with their own scenario that plays out and with many extended scenes, as I mentioned earlier. The jobs themselves aren't really shown, but from my playthrough it seems that placing specific characters in specific jobs makes story scenarios happen both after a day of work and during the break period after working before you craft outfits. The scenarios are sometimes just funny events, and sometimes they allow you an opportunity to answer questions correctly, which raises a meter attached to that character. The meters can be seen in the pause menu and gives you a good idea of which characters you're bonding with most. The one with the highest meter is the one you'll get an ending with. Each of the main girls has a normal and an extra ending, and the side girls have one ending. So there's really a lot of playthroughs you can do in the game. If you're wondering, I got Darkness's normal ending on my first playthrough. Mostly because I didn't entirely understand the game's mechanics in the first and second chapter at first. Between you and me though, I wasn't complaining. Difficulty-wise, I'd say as long as you understand the mechanics, you'll never have a hard time completing each chapter or wooing the woman of your choosing. The game is very generous and allows you to save anytime you want, which really means you can save before making an answer the question, and if you're wrong, reload the save and choose another. The game even makes it easier by low-lighting the options you picked before, which makes it easy to save scum, as well as play through the game again from the beginning and choose the options you didn't before. Another big highlight was the ability to fast forward or skip the content you've already played. Since I'm a big dum-dum and messed up chapter 3 twice, it really made it convenient for me to rerun the whole scenario again without taking another few hours to do so. I mentioned it, but I mean really this is a common mechanic in all VNs. The game took me about 9.5 hours running at a breakneck pace, and overall I had a really great time. It's a $50 game or so depending on where you live, so that might seem like a lot for a little, but honestly, if I had more time before the review, I'd have substantially more hours into the game as I plan to run through most of the scenarios before I decide to put the game down for good. There's a ton of great content to unlock in the game and a lot of different paths, some of which are less obvious than others, but really, more importantly, it's all really fun and I want to play more. That should be something I see more in games, but isn't always the case, so I'm really glad I was able to get a copy of this game, and I hope you enjoyed my review. If you like this content, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. Check out the link below for more info on the game and to help my page out, and while you're at it, subscribe to Otaku for more anime news, reviews, and gaming. Catch you in the next one.